Hello my friends, HM here. In this video I'm going to show how to make a chicken salad. It's a chicken salad that's great for making sandwiches, or you could serve it as we do here in Scandinavia on a roasted piece of rye bread. But let me show you what the ingredients are. Of course we'll have chicken meat in it, and I prefer not to use the breast but to use the legs of the chicken. That's the most tasty part of the chicken. So we'll have that in it. We'll also have some celeriac in it, and we'll have some gherkins that has been cut, and then we'll have some pineapple pieces in it as well. That's pretty much what will be in it. It will be served with some slices here of bacon and also some watercress on top of it. So it's a super nice chicken salad. There'll also be curry in it, preferable madras curry if you can find that. But that's pretty much it. So let's get started with it. The first thing you need to do is to boil these chicken legs. And I'm putting it down here in this thing here, and I'll turn the heat up. It's basically some water I had boiled together with some cubes of chicken stock. I would say normally I don't use cubes of stock of anything. I want to make my own stock, but for this purpose it's perfect. I'm going to discard of the stock afterwards, and I'm not going to use my precious real stock on that. So for this purpose here, it's great. It's simply to give it a little salt instead of just using salt. You could use salt, but I think it's better if you put a little stock in it. But put these down here, boil it for 15 minutes, 20 minutes. Simmer boil, and I'll let that happen, and then I'll be back. Okay, here we are again. It has been about 20 minutes where this chicken legs here have boiled, so they're actually done now, and we can take them up and put them on this plate here to cool. And we're just taking them up. But we're not done with this soup here, because these celeriac will taste better if they have been slightly boiled in this soup. So let's pour them in, and you're not going to give them very long, just about 2 minutes, nothing more than that. Let me set the timer. Time 1 minute and 30 seconds.
1 minute and 30 seconds. Counting down.
When this timer goes off, they're done. Now they're done, and I also just tasted one of them. They are done. And then we basically filter the soup off. And of course a little painful that we just discarded this soup, but it's not as great as real stock, and I prefer that when I do stews. So I'm okay with discarding this. But anyway, I'll let all these things cool, and then I'll be back to show you what's next. I'm back, and the meat has totally cooled. And I've also cut a little bit of it, but I'll just show you how I cut this meat. I cut it on this side first and cut it in fairly small pieces because it is for salad. But you can cut it in larger pieces if you think that's better for your likings. And then I simply turn it around here and cut it that way. So very simple. And then it goes over here to the rest. And next up is of course the dressing. So let's go over here. And that dressing, what kind of ingredients does it have? Well, it has mayonnaise, and you need 1/3 mayonnaise. We need about that much. And then we need some sour cream, and 2/3 of that. If you like more dressing, you just put more dressing in. I'll have some measurement, of course, in my recipe, exactly how much I would recommend, but otherwise, it's up to you how to do it. After all, it's your chicken salad. And what else? Well, we need to spice it, put a little bit of heat in it, and that would be some madras curry here, if I can get it opened. Let's put more in if we think it needs it. First, we stir it around. You could, of course, also add salt and pepper here. I would say pepper is not needed. You have the curry, but perhaps a little salt. I have to taste it. It definitely needs salt, but then again, there are these gherkins in it. You know, I will add a little bit of salt. I have this sea salt here, and that will be it. But I think it got the right amount of curry. And if you can find a madras curry, that's preferable. I think that's the best taste. But again, buy the curry that you like and prefer and use that for it. Okay, now we have to mix in the ingredients. This was the celeriac that I had cut and also boiled in this chicken stock. And I put all of it in. There are about 140 grams. And here we have our pineapple. I have about 140 grams of these pineapples, and I set aside a little bit for decoration. Maybe I should set aside a little more. And otherwise it just also goes in here. And finally we got these gherkins. I made a lot of them, but they add this salty, also sugar to the flavor of this chicken salad. So I think it's important that there's a lot of them in. Probably have 200 grams of that in this pot here. Let's not add all of them, maybe it's too much. Now now we just need to add the meat. And how do we do that? I have this Chinese chef knife that has a double function. You can carry stuff, which is very convenient, and plus they're wicked sharp. I just got this knife recently and I'm really happy about it. China has been making food for thousands of years in big kitchens for the emperor and other important people, so they know how to make kitchen instruments, and this knife is brilliant. Anyway, that was the ingredient that we needed. Then we just need to mix it. I use a scraper for this so I don't hurt the ingredients too much. There were 400 grams of chicken meat, but let's taste it. I'll have a spoon here for my taste. A little bit of everything. It's fantastic. I'm not going to put anything more in it. Perhaps a little bit of salt. I will put a little bit of salt in it. Just a little bit. And I'm all greased up on this hand, so otherwise people can add salt when they have their sandwich or their rye bread with this on top. Let me stir it around a little bit and then I'll show you how to decorate it and how to serve it. Okay, we're done. Then all we need to do is transfer it without making a mess. We're almost there. I think we're done. And we can just shape it a little bit. It's all in. So now a little bit of decoration. We have the pineapple. Just get it around a little bit. And then I have these gherkins pieces, and I think I'll make it like this so people can see what's in it. And then of course bacon, and you will serve it with more bacon naturally, so everybody can get a piece of bacon on their rye bread with this chicken salad. There's one more thing. There's this water grass, or what you call it. I'll just take a little bit of it and put on top here. Looks good, doesn't it? And that's really all it was. That's how easy it is to make a delicious chicken salad that can be served on any kind of bread. Rye bread, ordinary white bread, it's good. So thank you very much for watching this video, and I wish you a beautiful life in freedom and democracy, hopefully. I always say that at the end of my video because we should really not take it for granted. Freedom and democracy is under attack from Putin, and China is also trying to undermine our freedom and democracy here in the West. And we should stand up against it and keep fighting for what's really good in this world, and that is freedom and democracy, that everybody has the right to live their own lives as they please and not be somebody else's slave. But that's all I had to say. Thank you very much. I hope you take this chicken salad up in your own kitchen. Goodbye.